We've got Majja, which is the bone marrow, and basically all the tissues within the bones. Brain, spinal cord, red bone marrow, nerve tissues of the body are also considered as Majja, so the nerve tissues are there too. And Malas, or the waste products, are tears, oily secretions in the skin, feces, and the skin itself, the skin that sheds itself. Okay, nourishment of Majja begins after 30 days. Alright, composition.
What page is that?
Here we're on 41.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I forgot to turn it over, sorry.
Okay, so mainly air, water, and earth. You know, I think I've got another chart about these Dhatus. It's a better study sheet, so I'll tell you what to study on the study sheet, because this is just a little more extensive. Sites within the bones, nervous tissues, and endocrine glands. Main functions of the Majja Dhatu, Purana. So filling and strengthening the bones. That's the main thing. Also strengthening the body, nourishing Shukra, or the reproductive fluids, and Majja is related to feelings, thoughts, emotions in the past, present, and in the future. Signs of Majja Kshaya: weak bones, osteoporosis, dryness of the skin, eyes, hair, feces, deficient Shukra Dhatu, dizziness, darkness in front of the eyes. Also, gray hair, deficiency of Majja Dhatu. Heaviness in the body, heaviness in eyes, irregular transmission of nerve impulses, like twitching, that sort of thing, that's Majja Dhatu. And signs of Majja Sara: if it's nice and balanced and gentle, body is strong but supple, skin and voice are soft, joints are strong and well built, eyes are big and lustrous, the person is strong, intelligent, respectable, and lives longer. Okay, and then finally, we have Shukra / Atava, so ovum and sperm. So sperm / ovum, the most subtle dhatu in the body. It's essentially the essence of all the dhatus. So in males it's sperm, females it's the ovum. It's said that it takes 35 days to form sperm from initial, nutrients that are taken into the body. So once it goes through all the stages of digestion from one to the next, then it eventually turns into reproductive fluid. Shukra is cool, white, oily, sweet, liquid, and heavy. Atharva is hot, astringent, sour, and acidic in smell. Composition: mainly water. Sites: female reproductive systems. Functions: reproduction and procreation.
Which one is Atharva and which one is Shukra?
Shukra is the male and Atharva is female. Okay. Function: reproduction, procreation. Provides vigor and vitality. It's the seed of potential, or the seed potential of all dhatu. So it carries that information of all of the tissues. The end product of digestion, basically. Another thing that when we talked about ojas, how do we say, like the essence of all of the dhatus. So ojas is essentially held in the Shukra and Atharva dhatus, or the spermatic and ovular fluids. And we talked about ojas. The more Shukra and Atharva you have, or the healthier Shukra and Atharva that you have, doesn't mean you have to have more of it, but the healthier it is, the more ojas you'll have as well.
More what?
Ojas, but again, I'm not going to go into it because it was in last class that we talked about it, but it essentially means immunity. That's essentially what ojas is it's your own immunity. Signs of Shukra Kshaya: premature ejaculation, improper erection of the male organs, sexual debility, low sperm count, impotency, ED. We looked at this the other day, and I don't know what that stands for.
Erectile dysfunction is
there we go, that's what it is. Erectile
same as
dysfunction.
number 2.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure what that was, so of course. And Atharva Kshaya in females: menstrual disorders, uterine tumors, that sort of thing. Shukra Vidhi: excess semen, thick semen, pain in the penis, excessive desire for sex. Shukra Sara: if you get too much, or if it's nicely balanced, strength, stamina, vitality, strong bones, eyes, nails, hair. Enjoys sex, popular in the opposite sex, and possibly many children. So why is Shukra Dhatu very important? Increases the immune system, vigor, vitality. In spirituality, controlling all the desires, especially sexual, is very important. The goal is to close the lower chakras, lower chokers. Chakras. So the life energy is moved upwards, what's called Kundalini. Mental calmness and clarity is increased by Shukra, and Shukra keeps the body very strong, free of diseases, and intellect very sharp. So if you withhold your, sexual fluids and hold them inside, it keeps on building and increases your own potential energy. Oh, so here we do talk about ojas a little bit, so let's talk about that. Ojas, the essence of all the dhatus, the prime energy reserve of the body, the immune system, the link between body and mind. It's like the essence of Shukra. It has the qualities to be cool, oily, clear, heavy, soft, and static. Functions, protects life, gives strength, protects against diseases, controls heartbeats, regulates sense organs and organs of action, and maintains the balance of all the dhatus. And according to Ayurveda, we have two different types of ojas in the body. 5 drops are in the heart. And 8 drops in the heart. That's right. And if you lose any of that, you die. And then a half an anjali, or half a handful, all throughout the body to strengthen the body. And essentially, that's basically what they call it, is like immune fluid. It's like that immunity that we carry all throughout the body. Now, I don't know, what would that be? Okay, relationship of the bhutas, or the elements, and the dhatus, or the tissues. So we have earth, which is mainly related to mamsa, or the muscle tissue. Water, which is mainly related to the fat tissue, and to rasa, or the plasma. Teja, or fire, which is mainly related to rakta, or red blood cells. Air, which is mostly related to the bone tissue, and majja, the bone marrow. And akash, or space, which is mainly related to the reproductive fluids. And as far as doshas goes, kapha is mainly rasa, mamsa, meda, majja, and shukra. Pitta is rakta, and vata is mainly asti, or bones. But that's bhutagnis, means the different elemental agnis, the different agnis, or fires of digestion. The ahara rasa is digested further by dhatu agnis. So this just simply means, dhatu agnis simply means that there is a digestive metabolism in each of the tissues. For example, the lymphatic fluid has its own digestive process, just like every cell has its own digestive process. Okay, so the dhatu agnis, or each of the tissues, have their own digestive process, and one goes down to the next. So they provide nutrition to the next tissue. So the nutrition of dhatu is governed by any of the following ways, depending on the need. Number 1, the law of irrigation. Basically, the water irrigation, which is constant throughout the process of circulation. Each dhatu takes its own nutrients that it needs, and then forwards the rest to the next dhatu. That's essentially what it means. It takes the tissues it takes the nutrients from the rasa that it needs, and then it goes on to the next tissue that needs them. The law of transformation, where one dhatu, by converting certain nutrients by its own processes, turns into another type of dhatu. Like, for example, the serum, or the nutrients from the food mixed with our own digestive enzymes, then become a nutrient tissue that can be absorbed by our cells in the body, or the rasa. So ahara rasa becomes a rasa becomes a rakta, so rasa is a lymphatic, which becomes red blood cells become muscle tissue becomes fat, and so on. Okay, so they just provide nutritious tissues to each. And the law of selectivity. Each dhatu goes to the river of rasa, or to the plasma, to get what it needs, and takes back to nourish its constituents. So fat takes fat, bones takes minerals, etc., etc., etc. Okay? This is to say that if rasa, or the plasma of the blood, does not have all of the nutrients and minerals and whatever it is, it's not actually receiving it from the food, or from, all the proper conversion, all of the other dhatus aren't going to be able to get what they need to function properly. So that's where the beginning of the defect. Yeah, or they'll steal it from someone else, or from a different dhatu. Yeah, that's true. Okay,
so rasa is very important.
Rasa is the most important. It's the first one. So that's the first, the river of rasa. So nutrition is step-by-step nourishment from the gross to the subtlest dhatus. And dhatus, following tastes manifest as well. So this is interesting. When you have a food that tastes sweet, it's mainly going to build the plasma of the blood. Sweet and sour, red blood cells. Salty, muscle tissues. Sweet and salty, fat tissues. Bitter and pungent, bone. Pungent and astringent, bone marrow. And bitter, and the other 5 tastes. All of the tastes are in the reproductive fluids.